Alright, so I was at the gas station the other day, and I found this nifty little thing just stuck right in the front of the gas station in like a little crack, kind of where you'd find like, just like that kind of. And I pulled it out of there because I figured that was interesting, and I wasn't wrong. So let's take a look at this. It says, obtaining Yahuwah's righteousness. So I was thinking at first it was going to be, just a regular religious tract kind of thing, just like you'd find anywhere. It says, faith in the gospel understood. Well, it's just faith. Come on. I mean, faith is understood as just accepting something, but okay. In his farewell speech, Yahushua, and I don't know who that is, actually, because there's other names that are strange here, too. We'll get there, too. But go into all the world and preach and blah, blah, blah. You can read it. But apparently those are red letters, so those are Jesus. But I guess maybe that's his regular name, and, It says, what is this gospel which was to be preached to every creature? Who knows? Who cares? I mean, it would logically be just the frickin' Christian one. Duh. You're passing these out in America, and again, like the Chick tracts, you don't understand that people know what the Bible is. I don't know. Whatever. How does the gospel of Yahushua represent the power of Yahuwah to save everyone? Look, if you're going to write it in English, and you're going to use all these very American-looking people, why not just, say God and Jesus? Are you not regular Christians? I don't know. This leaves much to be considered. Yahushua admonishes us, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. At first, when I saw the Yahuwah and the Yahushua, I figured it must have been like Mormon or LDS or something, but I don't think it is, because I don't see anything like that on the website. And usually they're Jehovah or Yahweh or something like that. And then it says, listen to me, you who knows this, and so on. Do not fear the reproach of men, nor be afraid of their insults. Well, good, then they won't be afraid of this video. This is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, says Yahweh. I will put my laws into their hearts, the stone tablets, which, color me stupid, but I'm guessing those are not the 10 numbers in Hebrew. I don't know Hebrew. They pretend to know Hebrew. Can you read that, Mr. Regular American person? I can't neither. I will put my laws into their hearts, and in their minds I will write them. Then why do I need these? You're not very good at this. Yahweh's righteousness is revealed in his law. I can't read it. Those who are righteous will have his law in their hearts. Then why is it on these tablets? And will thus be able to walk righteously before him. If I have stone tablets in my heart, I'm probably going to die. So how can we do the works of Yahuwah? How can we obtain his righteousness? By believing in his son. Okay, Yahuwah is definitely God then. I mean, he could be Baal or something, but Baal probably had a son. But okay, all I have to do is believe in him. Okay, his son exists. Whatever. Cool, now we're done. Oh wait, no we're not, there's more words. Then they said to him, what shall we do that we may work the works of blah, blah, blah? And he said, this is the work of Yahuwah, that you believe in him whom he sent. Okay, I don't have to actually believe in God or anything, I just have to believe in some dude. That's interesting, that's a different way of putting the Bible. You don't seem to be denominational, which is odd. By believing in Yahweh's plan of salvation centered in his son. Ooh, that sounds filthy. I don't like incest. We will obtain the power needed to do his works. If he's God, why do you need power to do his works? Can't he just give you power? In other words, we will obtain the power to keep his law. so God can't keep his own law, and resorts to you having to do it. Do you see why I have a hard time believing that I have to worry about your God? He's so powerful he can't do anything on his own? I'm not really worried about going to hell then, am I? Can we ever become righteous before him by our own works? Never. So the belief that you do on your own cannot save you. This thing up here, believing in his son, is not your own work. I mean, you're trying to preach to me, and you're very contradictory. What other horse crap do we have in here? If we think that our works play any role in obtaining Yahweh's righteousness, then we are adding to his gospel. What? You just said no, but now you're saying yes. And we are warned explicitly not to add to his words. Oh, you're saying not to, so when you put this thing here, you're adding these words right before it, even though you're not supposed to. You're warned explicitly not to add to his words. So that's why you put all these words with his words. You're not making me believe you. This is not a convincing sales pitch. And you left it in a place where you want people to find it, but nobody's going to buy this. All that Yahuwah requires in order to bestow upon us his righteousness is faith in the gospel of Yahushua. Just say Joshua, because that's like the normal translation, or just say Jesus or Emmanuel or whatever word they're using these days. His righteousness alone enables us to keep his law. No. You just said back here, you said back here that all we got to do is believe, and that'll give him the power to do his works or something. Praise Banjo, I don't know. If you don't get that reference, check out Giant in the Playground comics. It's a really cool comic. I'm not paid to put that there, I just really enjoy it. But we are all like an unclean thing, and all our righteousnesses are like filthy rags. We all fade as a leaf, and our iniquities like the wind have taken us away. That's Isaiah right there. You notice they didn't add any words to this one. They just added the words up here and then put some more words here. But, whatever. If they don't believe they shouldn't add words, then why do they believe I can't add words? I mean, special pleading, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here we get to the crux of it. Why then does World's Last Chance place such emphasis on the lunar Sabbath? Yeah, that's a great question. When your God says it's every 7 days and, the moon phase doesn't really line up with that and all, but, Bible. And doctrines pertaining to the state of the dead, whatever. The millennium, it's 16 years beyond that, from the birth of your supposed God. The investigative judgment, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and to pass judgment is a deadly sin in the Old Testament. I mean, why are you adding to his words when you say not to? Is it a sin or not? He'll rebuke you, and you'll be found a liar. You say it right. You shouldn't put that in your sales message when it's what you're doing. I'm just trying to help you here. The keeping and understanding of these biblical doctrines is dependent upon one thing, the indwelling of Yahuwah's righteousness, which can only be obtained through faith in the saving gospel of Yahushua. Seriously, just put it in English. The Amish can deal with other languages, or the Muslims, or whatever. But you're Christians, you translated the whole Bible, and none of you reads it in Hebrew. I know, because I went to church when I was young. So, get over it. For he made him who knew no sin to be sin for us. Wait, no. That's that we might become the righteousness of Yahuwah in him. I mean, yeah, it's a Bible verse, but it's a really dumb one, because if Jesus is sin, then he didn't die sinless. You're like, your book doesn't make sense. Seriously. Any gospel that preaches that salvation is attained by combining other elements with faith is a false gospel. Okay. So, what you're saying is, all I have to do is believe, but we have to have the righteousness and the works because of the Jesus power that needs to be there. But salvation is attained not this way, because it's false. So the things you're telling me are your own false gospel. You're very bad at this. You're very, very bad at this, and you should feel ashamed. All right. The greatest news that can be proclaimed in these closing moments of Earth's history is that Yahuwah's righteousness is freely available to anyone who believes. The Yahushua, as our Savior, is able to empower us to keep His law all the time when we fully surrender our lives to Him. No, you clearly haven't, or you wouldn't be adding words. You would just be quoting Bible verses. And again, you say all you have to do is believe. You don't have to keep His law. It doesn't say that. It says, how can we obtain His righteousness? By believing in His Son. It does not say anything about keeping His law. So believe all you want, and shut up and let other people believe how they want. You see what I'm getting at? Yes, you do. You just don't care. When we keep Yahuwah's law by His enabling grace, can you please stop writing in this fashion? We then are... Why? Why are you butchering English? Do you not like the English language? Spanish is much simpler. Maybe you should learn it. Are regarded as righteous, for His law reflects His righteousness. And you just said His law only requires you to believe in Him, not to do anything about it. This is the essence of the gospel, the best news that can be given to the perishing world in these last days. If you haven't figured it out, they are some kind of end of the world cult or something. And I really wonder, I'm curious about that website. It is no wonder that Paul could exultingly declare in the manuscript that was probably ripped off of another one that was probably made up, for I am not ashamed of the gospel, for blah, blah, blah. For in it the righteousness of Yahuwah is revealed from faith to faith, blah, blah, blah. For more information, worldslastchance.com. And I did have just one quick glance at it. That's all the time I've had so far. And you should definitely check this out. It is ridiculous. And I will be checking it out more as well. And that's going to be just about it for today. One of my YouTuber friends here recently, like a couple days ago, had a house fire and lost everything. So I'm going to be helping get something together for him if you happen to know anyone who lives in that area, or if you happen to want to donate to help him. He has a child and that sort of thing. We'll get some more information out in a proper video one of these days. Not to end on a sad note like that, but really bad stuff happens sometimes, and people need help. And I'd like to help them if I can, and if you guys can also, that would be great. And we'll have another regular video up discussing it in more detail in the next couple days. But for now, this has been Reverend JR, signing off.